So there's a new running store in the Twin Cities, and it is called Wild River Running in Stillwater, Minnesota. And I thought I'd go in there and check it out today and also show you guys how it is that I go about selecting a shoe. Like, what are the subtle nuances that I pay attention to make sure the shoe is perfect for my foot. My goal is to show you how to know which shoe is the right one for you when selecting shoes for running. Now, I want to emphasize, you should always try running shoes on in store, but me personally, I never buy them in store, and I can't really articulate why that is, but if you watch the whole video, I think you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. Hey.
Hi, welcome in.
Thank you. Are you cool with me filming in here?
Yeah.
Okay,
no
okay,
problem.
Perfect. I was just looking to try on some shoes. I know you guys are a super new store, right? Just open.
Yeah,
so
it's been 7 weeks.
yeah, I just thought I would swing by and try on some shoes. So I thought I'd see if I could get like a gait analysis and everything.
Oh, are you? All right.
You can try.
Perfect. Yeah, let's grab you some 10s.
Okay.
What kind of running are you looking to do? Are you more road, trail?
I'm not going to show too much of the fitting process because honestly, you should just find a small local running store like I did with Wild River Running and get fitted yourself. This video is focused more on selecting the right shoe after you've already been fitted.
Can you go just stand over there? Perfect, and then you're just gonna walk towards me. Yeah, I'd say I'm not seeing any like over pronation there. You're not rolling in a whole bunch more than normal, so a neutral shoe should fit you pretty well. Let's bring up a couple options for you. We'll be right back.
Thank you. Once you've found out what type of shoe you need, every single brand will have a shoe in that line that will work for you. So it's just a matter of trying them on and finding out what kind of fits to your foot and what feels comfortable.
Like in the past, Kinvaras are a little bit snappier shoe.
Okay, that might work. Cool.
And it's
Oh,
like,
yeah,
that's like what I
for
want.
sure,
I just want winter vest, but it was bright yellow. I was like, I need that.
Before you tie the shoes, try walking around. If there's no slippage and they feel snug without even tying them, that's a sign you're on the right track. I always recommend testing 2 different shoes at the same time so that you can compare them side by side. So on my left foot here, I have the Saucony Kinvara 15. It's kind of a lightweight neutral trainer. And then I have something comparable on my right foot. It's also a neutral kind of lightweight trainer. It's the 15th iteration of the Kinvara by Saucony. Okay. Right off the bat, it feels good. More trail.
Yeah.
Normal.
Yeah, I think that's a good size for you. All right, so toes feel okay.
Yeah.
How about in the heel?
Yeah, no, the heel feels good. Like even without the laces tied, it wasn't slipping at all. It felt really snug.
Okay, great.
Do you mind if I step outside and jog up and down the sidewalk?
Not at all. You should definitely do that.
Perfect. One of the biggest things is just comfortability. So try not to overthink it too much. If the shoe feels comfortable, you're probably on the right track. So I'm gonna do a little bit of jogging on this trail here just to see if anything really starts to stand out to me. It's kind of cool though. This trail actually goes all the way to downtown St. Paul, where I live. So just heading outside of town here and got about maybe a half mile of jogging in, and so far there's no slipping of my foot and I don't feel anything rubbing. There's no blisters or anything that I'm feeling so far. So I'm about a mile into my test right now, and I'm starting to really get a good feel for the foam. Now, each shoe company is going to use their own proprietary system for foam and cushioning, but you have to kind of figure out if it's the right softness or firmness for what you're looking for. I personally like a little more firm, a little more feel the road, and these shoes that I'm trying right now, both of them really hit the mark. I always recommend, if possible, to get off the beaten trail and try to find some soft surfaces, because a great way to find out if a shoe is right for you is whether or not it's taking on debris. If the shoe fits snugly, it shouldn't be taking on debris when on the trails. If it is, that might be a sign that it's not the right fit for your foot. I'd recommend trying to test your shoes on as many different surfaces as possible. So I'm just about a little bit over 3 miles in right now. Your feet can swell as you run, so it's a good idea midway through your test run, make sure those toes aren't poking the front. Your foot might not slip around on a flat surface, but it's important to try inclines and declines as well, because feet can tend to slip around a little bit more on a slope. It's super important to test out the grip of the shoe. Like, how quick can you stop if need be, if a car was passing in front of you. Okay, so we're 5 miles into my test run now, and this is a good place to reevaluate how the shoes are feeling. Sometimes something that I notice is that this inner ledge right here can sometimes rub my foot. But as of right now, both of these shoes are feeling pretty decent still. Something that I've noticed is that people will oftentimes expect that their shoe will push People will often expect that the shoe is going to push upwards on their arch. But that's actually not so much a shoe function, that's more of an orthotics function. The shoe's function is to stabilize your foot and prevent supination and pronation. If you want something pushing up on your foot, you're going to want to look into an orthotic, either over the counter or prescription. So don't feel disappointed if you don't feel the shoe pushing up on your arch. It's really just about being comfortable. Now, if the shoe is awkwardly or forcefully pushing upwards and it's painful or uncomfortable, that's a sign that the shoe is just not right for you. Now, something that a lot of people weigh when considering shoes is weight. I'm just gonna say that's personal preference. I've personally never been bothered by the weight of a shoe, whether it's heavy or light, so it's not something I consider, but if you like a lighter or heavier shoe, feel free to weigh that when making a decision. One thing you might have noticed that I haven't taken into consideration is color. The color of a shoe is the least important thing to consider when testing shoes. Now, if you find the shoe that's perfect for you, it's certainly fine to ask if they have other colors, but it shouldn't be a determining factor in what shoe to get. All right, I'm about 13 miles into my test run now, and it's a good time to do another evaluation. It's important to pay attention to the little things, like how are the laces feeling against your foot? If there's pressure, remember there's always other ways to lace it, so that's not necessarily a deal breaker. But you might want to check how the heel counter is sitting against your heel. How is the tongue? Is the tongue sliding around? Again, does it sit nicely on your foot? Does it feel comfortable? It's the little things like these that can make or break the comfort of a shoe. 14 miles in now, and this is a good time to check the flexibility of your sole. The sole should have broken in by this point, so you want it to have broken a little bit of that rigidness so you get a little bit of flexibility. Try doing a couple of pickups. The shoes might feel totally different than your normal jogging pace. Now, technically, your whole body is connected, so you want to evaluate your body to hip pain, knee pain, ankle pain, Achilles tendonitis, shin splint. If at 18 miles into a normal run you don't have that type of pain, then you shouldn't have that type of pain 18 miles into a test run. Finally, one of the last important things to mention is stack height. You don't want to feel like you're falling forward or like you're falling backward. You should just feel kind of normal with it. So there's various different stack heights. Some shoes are 0 drop, meaning there's flat and there's no drop. Some have as much as 12 millimeters as drop. You might feel kind of like you're falling forward, but the right thing for you is just whatever feels comfortable, like you're just set. All right, so by and large, I really like the shoes. they're both super comfortable, and yeah, there's nothing that I noticed over the course of my 20-mile test run that gave me cause for concern. So I think they're going to work out well. Obviously, I don't have the box for them, but I'll just put them in my closet here with my other shoes and add them to my rotation. So